And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. After the world's most fantastic pregame show, we are back. Had to run to the station and grab a piece of equipment, and your Breckenridge Cowgirls trailing 16-8 as we jump into the action. 11:44 left to play. Timeout taken by head coach Tony Bogenreef. But so the stage for you right now on the court for the Cowgirls. Mariah Coltis along with Piper Janing, Parker Yagi, Sydney Roberts, and Aaron Blofis. Cowgirls have gone 6 girls deep at this point in the rotation, with Ava Janing also getting some time on the floor. Breckenridge Cowgirls entering this one, for those of you who just joined, with a 5-1 record, riding a 4-game winning streak. And apologies once again. We got through the pregame show, and right when that got done, my camera died. Would you believe it? There was no camera charger in here. So, luckily the radio station is just a little jaunt over to 605 Dakota Avenue. Feel free to stop by if you want to talk to me about any of my lovely frustrations at work. But get all this stuff ready to go as the Breckenridge Cowgirls are looking to take down the Hawley Nuggets, and these two have quite the history against each other. Nuggets actually kind of in a rebuild right now with a brand new coach and a 1-5 record right now, but definitely not showing it. Coming into this game with losses to a 27-point loss to Barnesville, a 9-point loss to Perham, 11-point loss to DGF. Only lost to Pelican by 6, though, so definitely showing some improvement as the season has gone on. And once again, I forgot to mention this when we did the injury report brought to you by CHI St. Francis, that they are also out their best player, Izzy Steer, who was been a fantastic player for the Nuggets for the last few years and suffered a knee injury that knocked her out of the volleyball season. So the Hawley Nuggets are going to add to this 16-8 lead, and they put up a short jumper from the left corner and knock it down. Sydney Roberts gets the inbound. 18-8 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi feeds it up to Aaron Blofis on the left wing. She drops it down to Coltis. Coltis, the right-handed jumper to drop it in for 2. Post-to-post feed. Coltis with 2 points on the night. And, almost got away with a little bit of travel there, but the 3 is good. The Nuggets are on fire to open this one up. 21-10 lead after that 3 from Sella Fleming. Sydney Roberts up to Piper Janing near the top of the key. Piper Janing looking to get downhill with the lefty scoop off the mark. They're going to say foul's on the floor. And by the way, Fleming is up to 9 points already here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing into the ball game for Aaron Blofis. Cowgirls. It inbounded to Parker Yagi. We're also without Anna Spear in this ball game. And shot is off the mark, rebounded by the Nuggets. They're out and running. Get in the left corner for another jumper, and it's good. Target practice out here for the Nuggets. Another 2-point jumper is good. Piper Janing feeds it up. Trying to get it to Mariah Coltis, but batted out of bounds by the Nuggets. Breckenridge Cowgirls have also not lost a home game yet here at this point in the season. Ava Janing gets it into Parker Yagi. Yagi tries to get downhill and has her shot blocked out of bounds, so it'll remain with the Cowgirls. DGF excited, Hawley excited about it nonetheless. Ava Janing looking for an open teammate and gets it into Coltis. Hand off to Janing. Does a little shot fake and drives baseline for the layup to put it in for 2. Ava Janing's 6th point, leading the way for the Cowgirls. She already has as many points as she did in the Frazee game on Monday. Shot is up, or not Monday, last week, apologies. After that missed shot, Sydney Roberts with the board. Gets it up to Parker Yagi. Yagi over the left side of the floor. Piper Janing has her shot, or actually she is fouled. Trying to go up for 2. Piper Janing sitting on 2 points right now. She's got 2, as does Parker Yagi. Mariah Coltis with 2. Janing misses the free throw. .10:01 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janing going to make it a 1-for-2 trip. Free throws up and leaves it short. 0-for-2 trip. 23-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley Nuggets looking to play the underdog in tonight's ball game. And Ava Janing steps in the passing lane for a steal. Feeds it up to her sister Piper. Piper steps through with a nice Euro and drops it in for the left for 2. Not a bad move from Piper Janing. Cowgirls sending in the half-court trap. Nuggets looking to get inside and a travel. Breckenridge's defense causing some issues. 23-14. Hawley lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi to Piper Janing. Janing crosses the timeline. Nuggets hunkering down. She gets a ball screen from Mariah Coltis. Over to Sydney Roberts on the right wing. Roberts looking to drive inside. Kicks it out to Parker Yagi. Hawley's coaching staff looking for a travel. Instead, they get a strip, so a turnover forced nonetheless. Parker Yagi picking up in the full court. Has to be smart not to pick up a foul when the Cowgirls are only playing 6 deep so far tonight. A short-handed Cowgirl squad without Anna Spear tonight. I believe there's a bit of a sick bug going around for the squad, trying to make sure we're not missing anybody else just to be 100% sure as we got a timeout taken. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Once you build with them, you won't build any other way. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School. Hawley Nuggets with a 23-14 lead out of the timeout. Ava Janing gets open as the Nuggets are throwing a full court press out to start this off. Parker Yagi looking to help break the press. Gets it to Sydney Roberts near the middle of the floor. Feeds it over to Piper Janing. She tries to get downhill, has her shot blocked, recovers it. Gets it out to Ava Janing. Ava Janing with a little shot fake and then swings it over to Parker Yagi, who's going to set up the offense. 15 seconds left on the shot clock to operate. Piper Janing dishes it off to Yagi. Kicks it out to Ava Janing. Ava Janing looking to get to the cup. Dribble kick action. Nice little shot fake and a foul drawn. Piper Janing doing a good job of bringing the defender out. (23-14) once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing to Piper Janing. The high post to Parker Yagi. Sydney Roberts puts up a three. Has it blocked. Aaron Blofis with the board. Was looking to get rid of it, but instead goes up and draws the foul. Looks like the Cowgirls are going to try to use the free throw line to get themselves back into this. Or to cut into this deficit, I should say. We're literally only 8 minutes into the game. 23-14. Cowgirls trail on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Aaron Blofis looking for her first points at the stripe. And the first free throw is good. Blofis cuts the lead to 8 with 8:14 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in a Heart of the Lakes clash. 2-for-2 trip for Blofis. 8:12 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley Nuggets skip it over to the left side of the floor. Pick up the dribble and kick it out to the perimeter. Going to feed it into the post area, an inside-out kick. Piper Janing, tried gambling in the passing lane. It did not pay off. 3 rattles out of bounds. They're going to say this is off of the Nuggets. They could have gone to me for a review if they needed it. I had a good angle over here. 7:53 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard for the opening half. Piper Janing with the ball. Janing crosses the timeline. Drives inside. Trio of defenders there. She puts it up anyways. Gets her on board. Feeds it off to Sydney Roberts, who's cutting off of her nicely and misses the layup. Nuggets back out and running. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line is off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Kicked out to the perimeter, and that three is off the mark. But another offensive rebound. Nuggets making the hustle plays. (23-16) Nugget lead. First foul on Ava Janing as this free throw rattles out. Number 14, McKenna Walker at the stripe. And Fleming is back in the ball game. He's leading the way for her squad with 9 points. And 1-for-2 trip. Gets the lead back to 8. 24-16 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janing. It's up to the top of the key to Parker Yagi. Sydney Roberts swings it to Piper Janing in the right corner. Feeds it into Erin Blofis. Kicks it out to Sydney Roberts in the left corner. Roberts puts up a floater and drops it in for 2. Sydney Roberts navigating through traffic, finding a sweet spot in the defense and dropping it in. And Hawley almost throws this one away. Breckenridge doing a good job tipping the next pass as well. And then a beautiful drop-off for the 2. Bit of a miscue there defensively as Addison Sandvik goes up for 2, and then the Cowgirls turn it over right after that. It's a tough break for Breckenridge. Maybe a bit of a lapse in focus there as they trail by 8 here in the opening half. A team that, once again, has been competitive in a couple of these HOL games they've lost. I know they're 1-4 coming into this, or 1-5, but record definitely doesn't show. I think that playing pretty tight with DGF in their last bout, I think was maybe an encouraging sign for this Hawley squad, but we shall see. Nuggets, they feed into the short corner. They've hit from there a couple times already, and this one is off the mark. Piper Janing getting out and running. Hands it off to Sydney Roberts. She delivers the pass to the right side of the floor. Ava Janing picks up her dribble. Goes to Piper Janing, and they get a mismatch inside. Mariah Coltis better get out of the lane, and she does. Parker Yagi tries feeding it to Coltis, but it goes off her hand and turned over. Breckenridge coaching staff not happy about it, and it also turns into an and one in transition for the Nuggets. Laying that one in the left hand. Number 32, Katie Vetter. As Piper Janing will have to head to the bench with a pair of fouls. 5:48 left to play in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets coming out and punching the Cowgirls in the mouth to start this game off. After the 2-point lay-in, we got a completed and one for the Nuggets. Once again, Katie Vetter making that happen. Vetter's up to 5 points. Blofis' shot is off the mark. Trying to feed it up in transition, just let it up a little too much. So Nuggets turn it over, an aggressive turnover. They still lead by 11. Both teams had 5 team fouls with 5:34 left to play in this first half. Ava Janing trying to get past a pair of defenders. They're going to have to get it across half court, and they do. Sydney Roberts with the ball. Feeds it into Erin Blofis. Nice give and go action. Back to Yagi for the 2. Parker Yagi with 4 points on the night. Into the high post, Hawley goes. And now they set up a wide open triple. Another breakdown defensively there. And Ingrid Rustad makes them pay with the triple. She's got 5 points. Cowgirls take a timeout. They trail by 12. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back after that Highcamp construction timeout taken by the Cowgirls. We have a 32-20 Hawley lead. Just a hair over 5 minutes left to play here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sydney Roberts has the ball on the right side of the floor. Swings it to Colin Hout, who has just checked in for her first action. Colin Hout dribbles to the right side. Gets it over to Mariah Coltis, making the good play to get off the ball. Swings it over to Parker Yagi. Yagi goes to Coltis in the high post, but overshoots her a little bit. Colin Hout picks it up. She drives baseline, picks up her dribble. Dribble cut her off. They get over to Mariah Coltis. Sydney Roberts drops into the corner to Colin Hout. Hout, 1 second left on the shot clock. Sydney Roberts is going to have to toss it up, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Cowgirls, once again, shorter on depth than they usually are. Anna Spear out of the lineup. Along with Emily Gowan and Jonica Bernades, of course. A lot of integral players of this squad. And Parker Yagi bringing herself up with a spin move to get the bucket. She's got 6 points on the ball game. Trying to give her squad an offensive spark. They've needed it. And another foul inside. And this foul sends number 4, Addie Sandvik, to the line. Sandvik has got 5 points so far in this ball game. First one goes off of the back iron. Piper Janing, they're going to let her play with 2 fouls. They send her in for Colin Hout. So they got the pair of 8th graders on the bench, Colin Hout and Ava Janing. And 0 for 2 trip at the stripe. Cowgirls catch a break on that one. Parker Yagi gets it up to Piper Janing. Once again, playing with 2 fouls. Keep an eye on that. Janing picks up her dribble. Gets it up to the top of the key to Sydney Roberts. Swung over to the left side of the floor. Parker Yagi tries skipping it over, and a couple defenders batted out, but Cowgirls still have possession. They got 11 seconds to work with here as Piper Janing has the ball tipped away and it goes out of bounds. She makes sure that the Nugget defender doesn't grab the steal and just lets it go out of bounds. Wise play by the sophomore. Piper Janing inbounding in the corner of the floor, gets it into Parker Yagi, and Yagi gets fouled right away. That is the second foul on Addie Sandvik. Breckenridge once again coming out and kind of getting punched in the mouth a little bit here, but trying to cut into this before the half as Aaron Blofus misses a pair of layups. Those are ones they're going to want back. 10-point game here. It's the Cowgirls trying to catch up to the Nuggets, and a nice block-to-block pass for the 2. Four points on the night for Emily Vettern. Breckenridge's shot is off the mark, and Piper Janing trying to come up with the steal to stop the Nuggets from getting out in transition, but instead they're going to come out with a corner three, and nothing but nylon on that. That is 12 points for Fleming. Leading scorer in this ball game is Parker Yagi. Tracks it down, her team down by 15. And stolen away at the elbow area. Nuggets trying to pick up an upset against the Cowgirls, who in the last poll were in the top 10 for Minnesota. And that shot way off the mark. Minnesota Class A, I should say. And the follow is dropped in for 2. 5 points for number 14, McKenna Walker. And just like that, the Cowgirls are down by 17. We'll take a very quick break. Timeout taken by the Cowgirls. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM, part of the I3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Welcome back after that Highcamp Construction sign off, and thank you to Heidi Arnholt for looking out for a broadcaster tonight, trying to locate a camera battery for me. You must have misheard me. I actually drove over and got it. That's why we missed the first 6 minutes of the game. So we're all good here. Very much appreciate you, Heidi. Ava Janing swing it over into the high post area to Piper Janing. She does a little ball fake and gets to the cup, draws the foul in the process. Piper Janing heading to the stripe with 4 points so far in this opening half. Nobody in the Cowgirls really going crazy at this point. Ava Janing and Parker Yagi each have 6. And Piper Janing could have 6 if she knocks down this next free throw, drains the first one. Next free throw is up and good. 6 points for Piper Janing. Cuts the lead to 15 here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge facing some adversity here in the opening half. They go into the post. Aaron Bloff is guarding. Left-handed hook is up and rattled in. That was Kendallin Hill, number 23, with the left-handed hook shot. 2 points. And another Breckenridge turnover. Nuggets try to go over to the left side of the floor, and now swung out to the right and over to the left corner. They were looking inside really quick here, but they're just going to kind of keep passing around the perimeter until they get a good look. They got 19 seconds to work with. And then 1:08 left to play in this half. Breckenridge trailing 41-24 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as that shot was tipped, rebounded by Aaron Bloffus. Sydney Roberts bring it up for the Cowgirls after the rebound and have the most tempo in the world after that as that pass is tipped. Sydney Roberts tracks it down. Head coach Tony Bogenreef hollering out a play. David Janing. It's over to Sydney Roberts. Sydney Roberts swings it to Piper Janing. Piper Janing goes inside to Aaron Bloffus. Swings a pass to Sydney Roberts, who steps through for the 2. Roberts, great hand-eye coordination to be able to grab that one from over on the left side and swing it over to the right for the lay-in. And Breckenridge has got to be careful not to foul here with 20 seconds left as both teams in the 1-and-1. Hawley has 15 seconds to work with here, and misses the layup. Aaron Bloffus tips it. Cowgirls trying to track it down, and they end up sailing the pass a little bit, towing the half-court line. 4 seconds to work with. The Nuggets going to try to get one shot off before the half, and way off the mark. And I think they were supposed to maybe tack on a few thirds of a second there, but I think they kind of figured nobody was going to do anything with that. So we got a 15-point game heading into the half. 41-26 Nuggets coming out and giving the Cowgirls a a good punch in the mouth in the first half. I know I keep using that analogy, but they did come out and set the tone for this one. We'll tell you more about it when we dive into the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Once again, we got a 41-26 ball game. Hawley in the lead. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM, watching on YouTube at KVMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Talk to Carson or Brad for your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wapaton. Get up to $120 in rebates on the purchase and install of a set of 4 tires. Save up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install of front and rear brake pads. Save up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install on front and rear brake rotors. And save up to $80 in rebates on the purchase and install on GM shocks and struts. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Earlier this year, Dad mentioned needing to downsize. Well, with Mom gone, the house is just too big. I worry about him being alone too much.
So, getting the rest of the family home for the holidays this year, it was a good time to talk about some healthy alternatives.
Well, the first place that came to mind was Twin Town Villa. So we took a tour, and Dad loved it from the start.
Everything Dad needs is right there at Twin Town Villa. Meals, laundry, best of all, healthy interaction with his neighbors.
If someone you love is ready for a healthy alternative in the new year, stop in and take a tour of Twin Town Villa.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Blob is here to run through some halftime statistics for you. And leading the way in scoring for the Cowgirls, we got 3 girls in with half a dozen, 6 apiece. Parker Yagi, Ava Janing, and Piper Janing as well. Totals up to 18. Sydney Roberts with 4. And then Mariah Coltis and Aaron Blofus with 2 apiece to give them their 26 in the opening half. And then we got 41 points. The Nuggets took the 15-point lead into the half. And leading the way in the scoring column for them was Sella Fleming, who hit from downtown 4 times in the opening half. She's already got 4 triples here, and we're only a half into this. That's crazy. And then Addie Sandvik also doing her part here with knocking down my apologies. Got the Ingrid Rustad is who I meant. 8 points so far. She's knocked down a pair of triples as well. The Nuggets as a team have 6 3-pointers, all coming from those 2 gals. Katie Vetter with 5 points. Emily Veteran with 4 points. Can't miss anybody here. Kendallyn Hill with 2. McKenna Walker's got 4. Addie Sandvik with 4. And you know what? That's all going to add up to 41, I'm told. So 41-26 your score here in the opening half. Hawley coming out and, giving the Cowgirls a bit of a surprise here. Breckenridge entered this one with a 4-game winning streak, while the Nuggets have lost 5 straight after winning their season opener. So, I think the Cowgirls knew they were going to come into this one a bit favored, but at the same time, they knew they were going to be shorthanded with 3 of their main 3 girls out of the rotation tonight. So, I don't think they really overlooked them, but I think at the same time they would tell you after that opening half that they did not play up to their standards. I'm sure they'd be the first to tell you that. So we're going to see what kind of adjustments we're going to see here in the second half. We'll take a quick break here on the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. And we'll come back and revisit the keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapaton. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply. Don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company, Turner Office, with the Nuggets jumping out to a 41-26 lead in this game. And let's revisit that key to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wapaton. Smith Motors in Wapaton, small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wapaton. And I was saying they got to really get Ava Janing, going offensively, because I was like, there's no way they can lose this game if they get her, into a good groove right away. And I don't really think anybody got into a good groove there for the Cowgirls in the opening half. It seemed like everybody was kind of just struggling to kind of get a flow or a rhythm here. And once again, shorthanded, so they could be a little fatigued as well, just playing a shorter rotation than they normally do. But same time, pretty early in the year still. So, I would think, I've covered teams who have played 6 people like the entire year, and they figured it out eventually. So I would think that the Cowgirls, their legs wouldn't be too shot at this point in the year. But, Ava Janing, I will say, I said she had to get it going offensively, and she does have just as many points here in the opening half as she did last game. So I guess you could say that is a positive sign. So, and is on pace for a 12-point night, but which would be a pretty solid showing. But I think that there's still a lot more in the tank that they're going to be unlocking here in the second half. So we shall see when we come back what Ava Janing and the rest of the Cowgirls have in store. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube once again at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork,
paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back as we wrap up the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Breckenridge Cowgirls sticking with their same starting five that they opened the game with, as they've gone 7 deep, if you include Colin Howd, who has only played for a couple minutes so far. So basically a 6-person rotation with a 7th girl thrown in there for a few minutes. And going to make sure to reset the fouls here on the scoreboard. They'll get around to it. Unless both teams are just going to start off in the bonus, which is could make for a long second half. Let's hope not. Better, my apologies, get rid of the halftime graphic. Thanks for whipping those up, Robert Wanek. Very much appreciate you slaving over these and making these some good video broadcasts. And left-handed layup is off the mark. Ava Janing looking to push the tempo right away and then pulls it back out. So let's hang on here. Let's not jump the gun. Do anything too rash. And right on cue, Cowgirls almost turned it over, but they're able to get it around to the left side of the perimeter. Ava Janing, bounce pass out to Sydney Roberts on the right slot. Roberts goes to that spin move, but Hawley cuts it off nicely. Piper Janing picks up her dribble, gets to Ava Janing. They got 10 seconds to work with here. They get it into Aaron Blavis. Post touch for 3 for Ava Janing, off the mark. Kept alive by Piper Janing, but Hawley finally ends the possession, and then they give it right back. Piper Janing gets it off of the tip pass from Sydney Roberts, and then Parker Yagi is fouled. Sydney Roberts tipped the pass if that wasn't clear. It wasn't her pass. English is tricky sometimes. And 15-point game here as Parker Yagi's going to try to cut into the lead. She's got half a dozen on the night at this point. Shares the team lead with 2 other Cowgirls. And now she's the leading scorer in the game with 7 with a free throw. Parker Yagi, one of the top scorers in school history once again. Back-to-back free throws. And Cowgirls trying to clamp up the Nuggets here. Piper Janing playing with 2 fouls, so she needs to be careful, and we got a walk. Dragging the foot was number 21, Sella Fleming. Fleming, the Deadeye, who's hit from downtown 4 times here in the game so far. Hawley looking for their first points of the second half, though. Sydney Roberts. Bounce pass over to Parker Yagi. Yagi into Aaron Blavis. Ava Janing. Little fake and then go, and then back out to Piper Janing. Janing dribbles over to the right corner, feeds it into Aaron Blavis. Aaron Blavis goes to the shot fake and tries kicking out. They're going to say travel. Nuggets force the turnover with a 13-point lead, 16:24 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls looking to stay unbeaten in the Heart of Lakes. Fleming dishes it inside. Beautiful wraparound pass to the left block for the 2. First points of the ball game for Isabel Johnson. As Parker Yagi has a nice drop off of her own. Aaron Blavis puts it home for 2. Her first field goal of the night. She's got 4 points. And a charge is taken by Ava Janing. The Nugget player tried jumping and launching a pass down the court, and, well, if you leave the air, you know, someone might step in front of you and get in position, and there you go. You got a charge on the resume. Second foul of the game for Ingrid Rustad. Sydney Roberts goes inside to Blavis. Blavis, oh, with a beautiful step through. Might have just broke my microphone there. Aaron Blavis laying it in for 2. Showing off the nifty footwork. And Hawley thought about answering with the 3. Instead, they're going to go top of the key for 3, and they knock it down. First triple of the game for McKenna Walker after the field goal from Blavis. See if they try going inside to her again. Instead, they're going to go to Yagi. Yagi does a little step through of her own between a pair of defenders and misses it, and the Nuggets run away with it. Aaron Blavis might have also got away with a foul right after that, and a transition layup is dropped in by McKenna Walker. McKenna Walker with 5 points here in the second half. Sorry, updating my stats there for you folks watching it on our video stream. Very much appreciate you guys looping back after the issues. And a 3 from Sydney Roberts. 7 points on the game for the senior. And Ava Janing forces another Nugget turnover. Feeds it up to her sister Piper for the left-handed layup. Off the mark, rebounded by the Nuggets. McKenna Walker feeding it up to her teammates. Inside out kick, Fleming trying to get her 5th triple. Nothing but net. Fleming now with 15 points and a 16-point lead. Every time the Cowgirls kind of get a little momentum, Nuggets come back with a long ball. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live per the i3G Sports Network.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Breckenridge Cowgirls trail 51-35 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Piper Janing just got away with a foul as she turned it over. Nuggets looking to run in transition, and another foul. This one picked up by Ava Janing in transition. So heading to the stripe is number 32 for the Nuggets, Katie Vetter. 16-point lead now, or actually did not drop in. Thought she was going to get a more generous bounce than she ended up getting. So Katie Vetter misses the first one and misses both. And now this is where the Nuggets are going to get called for over the back. Parker Yagi doing a good job keeping her position. Kind of forced the ref into making the call. 51-35 with 14:10 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi feeds it over to Ava Janing, and Janing was a little hesitant to get to that one. I think it might have took a weird bounce or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but it got tied up for a jump ball. Jump ball arrow does stay with the Cowgirls, so not the end of the world for Breckenridge as they try feeding into the high post, but the pass was a little too high for Mariah Coltis. Got to give her a pretty good delivery, and a nice little step through for the layup is off the mark. Mariah Coltis with the board. Parker Yagi trying to leak out in transition, but Hawley doing a good job recovering. Ava Janing is trying to sift through the defense, but has it stolen away. Nuggets pick up their dribble in transition and attack the right baseline. Sydney Roberts is going to get called for the push. She was thinking that it was going to be maybe dragging the foot for a walk, but it's a foul instead. Second foul on Roberts. So that's the good news for the Cowgirls in this limited rotation, is they haven't had any girls really racking up the fouls at this point. They don't have anyone with more than 2. So that's one positive for the Cowgirls so far in this game as they trail by 16 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley looking to knock off Breck for their first HOL victory off the mark. Ava Janing with the rebound. Gets it over to Piper Janing. Piper Janing tries going with the right hand on the left side. Mariah Coltis tried following the rebound, but the Nuggets were able to get a hand on it. Fleming. Dribble kick out to the right side of the floor. Top of the corner, or top of the arc 3 is off the mark and out of bounds off of Hawley. Good effort trying to save that one from Emily Veteran, but too little too late. 13:04 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing crosses the timeline. Piper Janing now has it on the left wing. And tries going into Mariah Coltis. And it is another turnover. You got to give a perfect pass into the post, but they're kind of leaving him a little too high. Trying to put him where only Coltis can get it, but Even she can't get them on how high they're going. So another foul. 12:42 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge trying to give themselves some life here once again. Likely being a little fatigued, playing a shorter rotation than usual. As the first free throw is knocked down by Addie Sandvik. Sounds like a Boston name if I've ever heard it. Sandvik knocks it down. 2-for-2 trip, and we got a substitution as Katie Vetter is back in the ball game. Ava Janing crosses the timeline. Over to Parker Yagi. Yagi back to Janing. Janing. The Cowgirls have been having some trouble with this 2-1-2 zone. And Parker Yagi cuts through it like butter. Goes up for 2. Parker Yagi is into double figures with 10. Nuggets doing a good job of moving the ball once again. Maybe pulled the trigger a little too fast on that 3, but an offensive rebound for the Nuggets gives them another shot. At the stripe is McKenna Walker. Walker had 10 points so far. And first free throw is good for Walker. Aaron Bloff is back in the ball game for Mariah Coltis. Now all 5 starters back out there. 2-for-2 trip for McKenna Walker. Ava Janing brings up the ball for the Cowgirls. Picks up her dribble. It's over to Piper Janing on the left wing. Janing wants it back in the left corner. And then it almost gets thrown away. She saves it, but then right back into the hands of a Nugget player. And this layup attempt off the mark. Nuggets doing a good job of getting on the offensive glass tonight. Parker Yagi going to spark her squad, and instead it is stolen away. The turnovers continue to pile up for the Cowgirls. And 1! Just go from bad to worse as Izzy Johnson lays it in with the left. With the right. Third foul on Roberts. Johnson now at 4 points on the night. And this free throw rims out, but we got a lane violation on the Cowgirls, who are just not catching a break tonight. They trail by 20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So redemption here for Johnson, and she knocks it down. Cowgirls now down by 21. This is the Nuggets' biggest lead of the game with 11:28 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Piper Janing trying to give her squad some life with a corner 3. Cuts lead to 18. First points in the second half for Piper Janing, who's up to 9 points. Aaron Bloffis with the block and out of bounds off the Nuggets. There's a lucky bounce for the Cowgirls. Aaron Bloffis doing a good job staying straight up, getting a hand on it for a block. Bounces off of one of the Hawley players who's standing on the sideline, and green ball. 18-point game. Sydney Roberts trying to make it back-to-back corner 3s off the mark. Piper Janing follows it and is fouled. The fouls just keep on coming. It's the 4th team foul on the Nuggets. Cowgirls at 5 at this point with 11 minutes left in the second half. On the court for the Cowgirls, we got the Janing girls, Parker Yagi, Sydney Roberts, and Aaron Bloffis as well. Yagi gets the inbound, swings it in the right corner. Piper Janing out to Parker Yagi. Yagi drives with the left hand and does not get the favorable roll, but she will get a pair of free throws. Yagi, 2 for 2 at the stripe so far. $10.50 left to play in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Yagi sinks the first one. Yeage's free throws up and off the back iron. Piper Janing tipped it, and they're going to say off the Nuggets. Piper Janing feeds it into Parker Yeage. Back to Janing. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. They're saying the possession never ended. Yeage drives inside, drops it off to Blofis, who feeds it out to Ava Janing for a triple off the mark. Yeage using that toughness down low and lays it in for two in traffic. A sea of hands, and Yeage was able to get it over the edge and drop it in for two to cut it down to 15. Cowgirls on a 6-0 run. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
After that Highcamp construction timeout, we are back in Breckenridge with the Cowgirls down 58-43 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, but still plenty of game left. 10.5 minutes left in this ball game. 10:29. You guys want to be sticklers about it. 15-point game here, as it was a 15-point game at the half. So Cowgirls kind of back to where they got started here in the second half. This pass is tipped, and then a couple of Hawley players end up running into each other, but crisis averted. They get it down the floor. Nuggets trying some pick and roll action. A pair of defenders out, and the ball movement ends up getting stolen away by Piper Janing. Parker Yeage with the left-handed layup, and the foul is called. A little bit of a delay on the whistle, but she got the whistle she was looking for and heads to the stripe. She was 1 for 2 on that last trip that we just saw. And rattles in the first one. Parker Yeage. Oh, I'm getting those two mixed up for the rest of their careers. 14 points and now 15 after the 2 for 2 trip for Parker Yeage. And that pass just whipped out of bounds. Credit to the little cowboy who had his who was paying attention to the game. That wouldn't have been me when I was a kid. That would have been breaking my glasses. I'd have been on my Game Boy or something. Sydney Roberts inbounds it to Ava Janing. Hope I don't have to explain to the younger audience what a Game Boy is. Over to the left wing to Piper Janing. She swings it to Sydney Roberts. Roberts up to Ava Janing near the top of the key. Ooh, behind the back dribble. Over to Parker Yeage. Yeage gets it to Sydney Roberts. Little pass fake. Dribble handoff action. Ava Janing takes a tough shot inside. And off the mark, rebounded by the Nuggets. That pass tipped, and Piper Janing gets another steal, and then a lot of contact there up the sideline. Gets laid out right in front of the bench, but looks like some incidental contact there. or 58-45 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Now, assistant coach Timmy Janing has me fast forwarding my life to when I'm gonna be coaching, or if I ever end up coaching one of my kids, because he had a wild look in his eye there after he saw Piper take a shot there. Luckily, she's all good though. Free throws up and off the back iron, rebounded by the Nuggets, but ripped away by Aaron Bloff, is then ripped back away. Ball is loose as we got a wrestling match on the floor with a couple Cowgirls down there. Sydney Roberts ties it up for the jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Nuggets. Mariah Coltis will get some action for Aaron Blofis. And we'll see if Piper Janey will continue to make her impact felt on the defensive end. She's just been getting in the steal lanes in the passing lanes like crazy. Ava Janning almost doing the same thing there. Fleming drives baseline, tries dropping it off, but Parker Yagi pokes it loose, and Piper Janning has it tied up for a jump ball. We got another jump ball. Her and Fleming got tied up this time. So we're going to be heading the other way. Cowgirls got this down to 13 with 9:11 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Janning, or Ava Janning, I should say. Gets it over to Sydney Roberts on the left wing. Swings it quick to Piper Janning. Little shot fake. Now going inside to Mariah Coltis. Inside out kick to Ava Janning. Rips through with that elbow. Now looks to get downhill, and a lot of contact there. She's looking over to the official and politely asking for a foul call. Piper Janning directing the traffic under the hoop. Gets it into Parker Yagi. Yagi drives to the cup and is fouled. It's Parker Yagi lining up for free throws 5 and 6 of the second half and of the game as well. First one is up and good. Yagi, one of the better free throw shooters that I remember covering. That's going to be a heck of a jinx there. And she knocks it down. She doesn't care. She's that good. Actually, she shot 8 free throws here in the second half. She has made 7 of them. Kick out to Fleming. You do not want to leave her wide open, but she doesn't make them pay, so Cowgirls catch a break. I don't think they're going to catch a break twice on that, though. Piper Janning tries kicking out to Sydney Roberts. Pass is tipped out of bounds off the Nuggets. 28 seconds left to play on the shot, or 28 seconds left on the shot clock. Sydney Roberts will get a breather. Her fellow senior, Aaron Blofis, will spell her. You can be pretty confident this is going to be a very short breather. Aaron Blofis into Ava Janning. Janning looking to get a ball screen. Dishes it off to Parker Yagi. That pass is tipped out of bounds. They were going to Coltis in the post once again. Cowgirls making a very strong emphasis to get into the post. That's where they want to punish the zone, or at least get it to collapse and open up a shooter on the perimeter. But we've seen a lot more post touches than we usually see from the Cowgirls. 58-47. I guess a lot more forced entry passes, I guess I would say. As Piper Janning gets a ball screen from Mariah Coltis. And that is stolen away. Ill-advised pass from Janning and ends up fouling to keep the layup off the board. 11-point game here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge has still got time. 8:13 left to play. And that is the 4th foul on Piper Janning. So we'll see if they're going to let her keep, I assume they're going to be having Colin Howe come in for her. As at the line is Emily Veteran, who knocks down the first one. Colin Hout in for Piper Janning, as we predicted. So this leaves the Cowgirls out there with the 2 big lineup. Shifting Parker Yagi over to the small forward. Coltis and Blofis, the front court, of course. Ava Janning running the point with Colin Hout and Parker Yagi on the wings. Yagi swings it over to left corner, back to Yagi. Was open for a 3 if she wanted. Ava Janning's going to pull the trigger on one and ends up sailing over and out of bounds. 13-point game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Mariah Coltis comes out as Sydney Roberts is back into this with 7:57 left to go. Colin Hout playing defense. And they get it inside. Shot is off the mark, and Hout coming away with the rebound. Gets it to Aaron Blofis. So making her impact felt once getting into the game. Keep an eye on Hout. Parker Yagi drives into the paint. Drops it off to Hout. Misses the short shot. Doing a good job of being ready to rock if it was called upon. And now we got a layup in transition to answer, though. Katie Vetter with the bucket. Sydney Roberts, her team now down by 15 once again. Every time the Cowgirls get close to cutting it to single digits, Hawley will come back and get it up to 15. Ava Janing, dribble kick out to Howe, but they're going to say she walked. Ava Janing picks up the travel. And Sydney Roberts, it ended up being a very short stint. They got Piper Janing back into the ball game, playing with 4 fouls. So keep that in mind. See if we notice any change in her approach on defense as Aaron Blofis gets the board. Ava Janing feeds it up to Parker Yagi. Yagi over to Janing. Janing swings to Piper Janing. She's going to put up a triple from the left side. Off the mark, Colin Howell with another offensive rebound. And she is fouled going up for it. So Colin Howell with 2 big offensive rebounds there. That's what you want from your girls coming off the bench to spell you for a few minutes. They got to come in, bring some energy, and what better way to get some energy plays than grabbing some offensive boards? Colin Howell has the first one off the mark. On the court for the Cowgirls, we got the Janing girls, Parker Yagi, Aaron Blofis, and Colin Hout. Shot is up and off the mark, over 2 trip, but Parker Yagi keeps it alive. Another big offensive rebound for the Cowgirls. Skip pass over to Ava Janing. Janing goes up for it on the right side and off the mark, but she is fouled. Ava Janing sitting on 6 points. That's what she had going into halftime, so looking for her first points of the second period. 6:44 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This first one gets a friendly bounce and rolls around in. Ava Janing. Only her first trip at the stripe tonight. 2 for 2 trip. Ava Janing trying to cut it off by the sideline. They're going to call that one every time, but head coach Tony Bogengrave saying, well, I think she stepped out of bounds before that, buddy. But the official does not agree, and we are in the 1-and-1. So heading to the stripe for at least 1 free throw is Hawley's point guard on this possession, Ingrid Rustad. Rustad with 8 points here. None of them in the second half, though. Shot is up and good from Rustad. Looking to, oh, my apologies for not swinging the camera over if you're watching on the YouTube stream. Apologies. First free throw was good. Second one was not. Colin Howell with the board. Piper Janing dribbles up to the right slot. Swings over to Ava Janing in the corner, and that one ends up getting deflected into the garbage can that's in the student section, so hopefully nobody threw a malt in there or anything. We should be all right. Piper Janing inbounds the dirty basketball. Ava Janing looking for someone to throw to. Gets it to Parker Yagi, who beautifully navigates the defense for the layup. It's like she's got a sixth sense when she's trying to get to the cup. Cuts lead to 12, 63-51 with 6:14 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets missed the shot and then out of bounds. They're going to say it is off the Nuggets. Evidently the Hawley player must have stepped on the out of bounds line. So a golden opportunity for the Cowgirls. Three-pointer knocks us down to single digits. 6:06 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi feeds it into the post, but then Aaron Blofis takes it out to the perimeter. Misses the three, but Ava Janing tries to keep it alive. Rebounded by the Nuggets. 5:53 left to play in the ballgame. Rustad with Ava Janing coming out to guard. Piper Janing playing with 4 fouls. Has to be smart. Parker Yagi applying the defense on the perimeter. Rustad's going to line up a triple off the mark. Rebounded by Aaron Blofis with a nice block out. Piper Janing looking to get downhill. Runs right into the defense. And then out of bounds, they're going to say off the Cowgirls. Got tied up with a pair of Breckenridge players. Sydney Roberts in for Colin Hout. So Breckenridge has the 5 girls they started the game with on the floor. With Parker Yagi, Ava Janning, Piper Janning, Sydney Roberts, and Aaron Blofus. Nuggets are looking at a corner 3 for Fleming, but pull it out. Fleming out to the left corner. Dribble kick. Hawley doing a good job chewing up some clock on this possession, and they lay it up for 2. Emily Veteran got a nice seal on the right side for 2. Veterans up to 8 points on the night. Sydney Roberts with a deep 2 off the mark. 14-point game with 4:45 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Parker Yagi with a nice poke, and they're going to say a foul, though. Double team came at half court, and looks like someone got there a hair too early. So Parker Yagi will pick up the foul, and we got a timeout taken by the Cowgirls. 65-51, Breckenridge trails on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be right back. You are listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM for the I3G Sports Network.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome back to Breckenridge High School, where the Cowgirls trailed the Nuggets 65-51. Hawley came into this one pretty heavy underdogs in the ball game, and Cowgirls a little more short-handed than usual, and 2 very important factors in this one as Rustad knocks down the first one. Ingrid Rustad went 1 for 2 on her last trip to the Stride. This will give her 11 if she can knock this one down, and it rims out. Hawley has, think how big the lead could be if they were knocking down their free throws. I wouldn't be surprised if they were shooting 50% as a team. They're still up by 15. Piper Janning to Parker Yagi. Yagi not really one so prone to pull the trigger on any threes. Ava Janning will, though. Ava Janning knocks one down from the left corner. Her first triple of the night and first field goal of the second half. 4:12 left to play, and Hawley throws it away. Cowgirls can build off that. 12-point game. Ava Janning inbounding to Parker Yagi. There's Aaron Blofus checking in for Roberts. Sydney Roberts, a little hobbled as she comes off the floor. It looks like she might have injured that left foot or ankle. We're going to check that out really quick. Ava Janning gets it over to Piper Janning. Piper had the pass deflected and kind of mishandled it a little bit. Parker Yagi gets to Ava Janning, who tries dropping it off to Mariah Coltis, but it's stolen away. Janning does not pick up a foul here. Good D from Parker Yagi to force the pass over to the left side of the floor. Ava Janning applying the defense on the perimeter. Nuggets, we're looking to maybe go to a size advantage inside, but instead they bring it back out. They're going to chew some clock up before they take a shot. Excuse me. Rustad Drives inside, and an easy block from Coltis. How many of those have we seen from her? Ava Janing has her dribble poked from behind. She tracks it down. Mariah Coltis gets it out to Yagi. Good ball movement to swing it around the perimeter. Piper Janing feeds it inside to Ava Janing for the reverse layup, but off the mark. And now Ava Janing not giving her anywhere to operate, forcing her to dribble out of bounds. 12-point game with 3:10 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls could cut it to single digits with a 3. Said that a couple times tonight. And we got a hold on the inbound. So 2 free throws coming for Ava Janing. With 3:09 left to play. Could get the lead down to an even 10. Hawley's head coach, Jed Carlson, getting the official's explanation as Ava Janing knocks down the free throw. Cowgirls been efficient at the stripe tonight. See if Janing keeps that going. Off the back iron. Maybe not super efficient at the stripe. Out of bounds off of Breckenridge. 11-point game with 3:07 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls need some offense. They need it fast. Nuggets try to get over to the right side. They decide to take it back out to the perimeter once again. Likely going to chew up quite a bit of clock before they knock anything down. That's what head coach Jared Carlson's saying. Everybody spread it out. They get to Rustad. She feeds the high post. They're going to line up a triple with 13 seconds left on the shot clock and out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was tipped, though, by Blofus. Yeah, no disagreement from her. So they're going to figure out what the shot clock situation is here. And they're on it. They threw 11 back on the shot clock. Speaking of 11, that is the deficit right now, but Ava Janing going to try to cut into it as she steals the inbound pass. It is off and running. Gets it over to Parker Yagi for the left-handed layup. Cowgirls have it down to single digits with 2:37 left to play, and Ava Janing is going to throw her body on the line there, and as much as the Breckenridge bench would have loved to charge there, it's like one of those things where I don't think she was set. So we got a foul call on Ava Janing. 1-and-1 free throw for Ingrid Rustad. So if the Cowgirls can catch a break here and have Rustad miss the front end of this, get the board, we'll see. 9-point game here. Breckenridge down 66-57 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Colin Howell looking to check into the... Oh, my apologies. Thought she was checking into the game. She's actually just moving to a different spot on the bench. Got to have her ready. And my apologies. We got to get down to the other end as they do miss the free throw, but Hawley comes up with the offensive rebound. That is a punch in the gut for the Cowgirls as Parker Yagi is going to pick up the foul. 2 free throws coming for Ingrid Rustad. And even more of an uphill battle now for the Cowgirls. After that, free throws up from Rustad and good. Rustad trying to make a 2-for-2 trip, and she does. Hawley up by 11 again. Cowgirls letting the slow dribble up. Ava Janing picks it up and tries whipping over to Parker Yagi, but Hawley sniffed that one out from a mile away. Stole it away for 2. 13-point game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard with 2:15 left to go. Aaron Blofus is going to put up a 3 from the left corner. Off the mark. Ava Janing doing her best to get on the offensive rebound. Mariah Coltis steals it away. Feeds it over to Blofus. Good ball movement. Finds Ava Janing down low for a layup. Off the mark, though. And then Mariah Coltis trying to bat it to another teammate. Ends up sending it out of bounds, but it actually bounced off of a Hawley player. So 2:02 left to play. Cowgirls need 13 points to force OT. We'll see if they got enough time. Aaron Blofus gets the inbound. Ava Janing's going to line up a triple. Got it! Her second 3 of the game. 10-point ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1:50 left to play. Breckenridge trying to convince Hawley, you really want to take this shot. You don't want to run 20 seconds off the clock. You really want to shoot it. And Aaron Blofis is going to pick up the foul. Addie Sandvik. Sandvik. Going to put her team up by 11 with this first one, and she does. Sandvik. Going through the routine. And that one off the back iron. Rebounded by Coltis. Cowgirls out and running. Piper Janing gets it to Coltis. Swings it to Ava Janing. Ava Janing gets a ball screen. Thought about the triple. Gets it over to Parker Yagi instead. Yagi was looking to get a ball screen, but picked up her dribble. Swings into the right corner to Ava Janing. Janing with a lefty floater. Drops it in for two. And Ava Janing pokes this one loose. Might have got Ingrid Rustad on the eye there, as it is getting physical here in the closing minutes of this ball game. We had Rustad get poked in the eye, and then someone got contact on a layup, and this has all led to Ava Janing picking up her 5th foul. I can't say I expected Ava to foul out before Piper did, but that was an unexpected twist. They'll talk it over. Let Hawley go through their free throws. 1:06 left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge, pending a 9-point burst in this final minute, are going to suffer their first Heart of Lakes loss of the year. We'll see if they're going to get any help here at the line from Addie Sandvik. Sandvik's first free throw is good. Sandvik misses this one. Breckenridge with the board. Parker Yagi bringing up her team down by 10. Yagi gets a ball screen. Stops to Aaron Blofis. Blofis swings it out to Hout. Hout to Piper Janing. Janing. Got to get a shot off here. Not a lot of time to work. Parker Yagi getting to the cup with the right-handed layup and drops it in with the foul. They needed 3 points. They didn't ask how to get it. Parker Yagi trying to do it the old-fashioned way. After the nice right-handed finish on the left side. Parker Yagi having a very nice second half. 17 points here in the second half alone. Make it 18 after that free throw. And Colin Hout into the game. Kind of the designated fouler. They can keep getting some luck here from the Nugget free throw shooters. All of a sudden we get a 7-point game. Ingrid Rustad has been efficient at the stripe. By my count, 4 of 6. Relatively efficient, I guess. Rattles in the first. 8-point ball game as Sydney Roberts comes in for Mariah Coltis. Once again, 47 seconds left to play. Breckenridge down by 8. Might be 9 after this free throw. We shall see. And it rattles in. Rustad's 2-for-2 trip. Parker Yagi with the ball. Yagi feeds it up to Sydney Roberts. Roberts, pull-up jumper from the free throw line area and out of bounds. They're going to say off of Hawley. 36.5 seconds left to play. Breckenridge trailing 74-65. Parker Yagi. It's into Piper Janing. She gets it right back to Yagi, who's going to pull the trigger on a 3 and knock it down. Yagi cuts it down to 6. And is going to, does not foul. Aaron Blofis is going to have to be the one to foul. And she does. Oh, they let a lot of clock run down on that one. So they're going to be kicking themselves a little bit for that. But Parker Yagi with 21 points in the second half after that triple. trying to carry her team back. Oh, my apologies, folks. Better get the camera over here. Done that a few times today. Getting too complacent here as free throw goes off the back iron. Cowgirls, still got a very, very, very slim chance, but so you're saying there's a chance nonetheless. 74-68 your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Free throw is up and off the mark. That one also rattles out. 0 for 2 trip, just what the Cowgirls need. And they kick it out to the left corner to Sydney Roberts for a triple. She sails this one. Mariah Coltis tracks it down and tries feeding it out to Piper Janing. And if they were able to get a 3 there, I would probably say they're still in it, but that might be too little too late after that turnover. We shall see, though. Crazier things have happened. Nuggets get it inbounded cleanly. 10.5 seconds left to play on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And who just missed 2 free throws, Addie Sandvik. So, but she's been pretty good at the line earlier, so I guess in that sense you could say Hawley's happy they got one of their best free throw shooters at the line, but at the same time, Breck's probably happy they got the girl who just bricked a couple. You'll knock this one down, though. She was due, she'll tell you. Sandvik's next free throw is up and good. 2 for 2 trip. Parker Yagi picks up the ball, drives into the arc. Parker Yagi with 1 second left to play, tries passing it over to Mariah Coltis, and that will do it. The Hawley Nuggets coming to town and pick up the upset victory. 76-68 is your final on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls actually outscored the Nuggets by 7 in the second half, but was not enough. And we'll take a quick break before we come back for your Miller Realty postgame show. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between now and through February 29th of 2024. Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply, and don't forget to ask about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Proven durability, powered locally.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
And welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network, if you were not aware. And we'll run through the State Farm stat report for you to wrap up the postgame show. We'll just give you the 2 leading scorers from Hawley. Had a couple girls in double figures with 15 points leading the way, hitting from downtown 5 separate times. It was number 21, Sella Fleming. We also have number 14, Ingrid Rustad, doing most of her damage at the free throw line. In the second half, that's where she got all of her points, actually. She had 14 for the Nuggets to lead the way after Fleming hit 4 threes in the opening half to kind of carry her squad in that first half. But once again, final score, if you missed that, 76-68 with Breckenridge falling short against the Hawley Nuggets as the Nuggets came out firing. Knocked down 6 threes in the opening half and took a 15-point lead into halftime and used that advantage to kind of keep the Cowgirls at arm's length the rest of the way and came away with the victory. Now we'll run through the Breckenridge scoring here, and my apologies. Someone is getting shorted 2 points. I don't know who it is, but I apologize to them. Scoring for the Cowgirls. I got leading the way with 27 points, Parker Yagi, 15 points from Ava Janning. By the way, Parker Yagi's 21 of those came in the second half, so she was playing some hero ball in the second half, and it just did not go the Cowgirls' way, but a heck of a second half from her nonetheless. 15 from Ava Janning, as I said, 9 of those coming after halftime. 9 points from the other Janning, Piper Janning. 7 from Sydney Roberts. 6 from Erin Blofus, and then 2 from Mariah Coltis for the Cowgirls, as once again, they get 6 girls in the scoring column. They basically played a 6-girl rotation, so naturally all those girls are going to get in the scoring column. Colin Houck got some time in there. She did not score, but I will say she was fantastic on the glass. I got her for at least 4 rebounds, 2 of them being really big offensive ones too. So, we saw some good things from her in her time, and hopefully she got some good reps that are going to be really good for her going forward. But that's a look at your State Farm stat report. Once again, leading the way for the Cowgirls with 27 points was Parker Yagi. Ava Janning with 15. 15 points for the Nuggets was Sella Fleming, all coming from downtown, and then Ingrid Rustad with 14. That is a look at, once again, the stat report, part of the Miller Realty postgame show. We'll take a quick break before we wrap up the postgame show with your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7. We'll be right back on the Miller Realty postgame show.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KN today.
And welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show. And time for your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency. Your hometown agents in Breckenridge, Red River Agency. Make sure to go check out their new location. I love it. Super snazzy over there in the old Bell Bank in Breck, if you guys didn't know. But for your play of the game, we got a lot of good options here, but let me think. We had a really nice step through from Erin Blofus that made me break my microphone at one point. Couple big triples, we saw that N1 from Parker Yagi was really nice. I'd love to tip my hat to Piper Janning getting in the passing lane, just non-stop, swiping steal after steal, but what is going to be my play of the game? Mariah Coltis had a nice block. Colin Howell, you know what? Even though it didn't really turn into anything, I mean, the Cowgirls lost the game, so anything you look for a positive play, it didn't lead to a victory, but I still say Colin Howell coming into the game and giving some fantastic energy on the glass and grabbing a couple offensive boards. I think that was really big for them, and maybe we'll see if that ends up leading to few more minutes down the road here in the future. You never know when she's going to be called upon, but I know that the Cowgirls find it really encouraging that they can call on her to come in, and you just got to make your impact felt in one way, in a positive way. You know what? I remember I had a coach tell me that one time. I don't even know if it was good advice, so all the coaches out there are probably shaking their heads when they hear this, but I had a coach one time who said you just got to really get good at contributing one thing. You just got to get your one thing that makes you irreplaceable. Colin Howell maybe finding her little niche there, coming in and helping out on the glass, and I thought you did a good job of that. So that's why I'm going with her offensive rebounding, and she got a couple defensive ones as well. But Colin Howell's getting my play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency. Red River Agency, once again, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. Now on to your play of the game, or player of the game, apologies, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And for player of the game, kind of a no-brainer. Parker Yagi had a fantastic night, especially a fantastic second half. Really just trying to will her team back, and I know they came up short, but definitely not due to her lack of an effort. I mean, the only thing, the closest thing I have to a nitpick for Parker Yagi was I would have liked to have seen her shoot more threes, I guess. That's if that even sounds like a nitpick to you guys. But, I think maybe if she was getting a little more threes up, I know they were really coming out on her in the perimeter, and she was being selfless and getting off the ball and getting all the teammates involved. But, maybe if we just see a few more shots get put up there, because she hit a contested one late in the game that kind of made me think, I really think you maybe could have knocked down a couple more of these that got contested. So I guess you guys are hear me split hairs here. I mean, how much can I complain about someone getting 27 points? But I found a way to do it, evidently. But Parker Yagi, another fantastic showing from her, especially here in the second half. And she's an easy pick for our player of the game. Brought to you once again by Essentia Health, here with you. And that will do it for us, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'm really sorry the camera died. That really came out of the blue. Sorry about that. I had to run to the station, if you guys didn't know, and grab a camera. So we missed the first 6 minutes of the game, which was not ideal. But you know what? Everybody who looped back and joined the broadcast afterwards, we very much appreciate all you listeners out there, and looking forward to doing the doubleheader on Thursday in Barnesville. So you guys make sure to tune into that, as we will have the Breckenridge Cowgirls and Cowboys on the airwaves on B92.7 FM. Make sure to go check out our broadcast calendar. It'll also be on our YouTube channel. So I'll catch you guys Thursday in Barnesville. Once again, final score, 76-68 Breckenridge Cowgirls, suffering their first HOL loss of the year and also having their win streak snapped. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. Have a great night, folks.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, North Dakota State College of Science, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, and Twin Town Villa. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.